everyone, I'm Julie.
And I'm Genny with a G. We're cousins and best friends.
Who live on opposite ends of the country, so we decided to start a podcast. Welcome to Get Funny.
I'm supposed to drink 130 ounces of water a day.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Big water.
Here we go. Conspiracy. Conspiracy. Let's go.
That's what big hydration wants you to think. Okay,
big hydro.
No, okay, we are supposed to drink okay, yes, water is what we need to survive. Of course, everyone knows this. But I told you I listened to this podcast called Maintenance Phase where they like kind of debunk like health stuff. And one of the episodes they did, I don't even remember when, it was about like the sort of myth of like 8 glasses of water a day or whatever. And they were like, you know that humans have survived for however many millions of years, or I don't know how old humanity is. Depends on how old you believe the earth is. Anyway, some people say...
Okay, here we go.
Like this movie that we watched where they had some light, but we'll get back to that. Anyway, basically the point is that like it was we'll get to it. The point was that the whole like, oh, you're supposed to drink X amount per your body weight and blah blah, like it's all nonsense. It's like drink when you're thirsty. Obviously drink more water than not, but also there's water in other things.
You're right. And the thing is, I'm really sitting at 80 ounces.
That's a lot.
Just light work. I'm at 80.
Oh my god, yeah, you know me and my slow drinking ass. I am lucky if I consume, and I don't just mean water, I mean liquids combined. I'm lucky if I consume like 50 ounces of liquid in a day.
Oh my god, no. I got all my containers. So I got a Buc-ee's cup that I love to drink out of. Oh Shout out Buc-ee's. And it's insulated. So I just keep filling it up. It's 16 ounces. You keep filling it up throughout the day.
Well, see, okay, this is the thing. I love an emotional support water bottle. Hello, my Owala one that looks like a pencil.
I love that one.
I love this one because it has a straw and a free sip.
And I remember you saying, you gave us the tour, and I was here for it.
I was influenced on TikTok by that, or whatever. And then what I wanted to say, because I saw your Stanley dupe, I did not order Stanley. Listeners, welcome to Hydration Hour with Genny and Juli, I guess. Or Dehydration Hour
Dehydration
as a tour.
Debunk them all.
I was influenced by a TikToker who was showing all her Stanleys. She's like, I have all the Stanleys, I have the wallet, I have this. I'm here to tell you the best version of this glass or cup, whatever, is the Brewmate era.
Yes.
Yes. And
I have been eyeing that one.
And so, I wish I had known. I would have bought you one for Christmas.
I didn't know if I knew, but I was like, keep going.
Yeah, so I saw it a few months ago, and it had been on my radar, and so I kept checking, but they were like on pre-order, or like some colors were just sold out completely, and I was like, come on. And I'm always getting ads on Instagram and Facebook for it, because I'm always clicking on the ads. It's a whole thing. And just, I think last week, in the wake of Black Friday, I have purchased, I don't even want to know all the things. Like, I've taken to
Julie
now wrapping.
Was texting me. Julie was texting me. She's like, I can't stop. And I'm over here like, boycott Black Friday. Boycott Small Business Saturday. I was not shopping. And I'm addicted. Julie won.
Okay, fine.
She was shopping.
She thinks she's better than me or whatever. It's fine. No, I was not boycotting. I boycott some things, but in this case, I was just like, you know what? We're coming off of a hard year of being on strike for half the year. I have a little income now because I'm back at work, and it was very much giving treat yourself. And
I love it. Listen, there is a meme that says, have you ever thought that the shopping is addicted to me? And it really spoke to me because, like, a lot of people get mad that I'm a maximalist, but, like, things make us happy. It's not like it's drugs or anything.
Not
if that's your thing,
no,
go for it.
I don't know what the future will bring, but I So I just been buying stuff, and I started over the weekend wrapping it and putting it under the tree. And I told Richard, I was like, because he's like, what do you want? You're buying all this stuff for yourself, but like I can get you stuff, or you can put on your wish list. And I was like, well, that's the thing. The thing is that these sales come up, and you don't want to miss the sale, so you buy it for yourself. But
just send me the link.
But I don't want to. It's so presumptuous to be like, hey guys, it's November 30th. I'm gonna send you this link in case you want to buy my Christmas present now. And he was like, yeah, no, you're right. I do that too. So anyway, I just told him, I was like, don't get me anything extra. Some of the stuff under the tree will be from you to me, and it's fine.
Wow. I can't.
We agreed that that's the case. Anyway, so I got the ad last week, again, for Brewmate. And this time they said, new color dropped. It was the Brewmate era in neon pink, Jenny.
What?
And I clicked on it, and it said...
Now me looking it up right now.
It said this will be... it'll ship in like 2 weeks, because basically all the colors are on back order or pre-order or whatever, and this one specifically was like, we'll ship in 10 to 14 days, and I was like, bet, I just want to place the order. Maybe I'll get it by Christmas, maybe not, but I have to do it. So
gorgeous.
Isn't it?
Wait, which one did you get? The tall one? The one with the handle?
Yeah. They have one without the handle?
Yeah, they have one without the handle. It's like, well, how many ounces?
40.
Okay.
That'll be a day's worth of my hydration. Well, I can't wait till I get it. I'm so excited. I should say, I was a little harsh with my own hydration levels. I do keep a Yeti by my bed with ice that I drink in the morning and at night. And I take my Owala to work during the day, and I sometimes be drinking.
Walla, shebang bang. Exactly. Have you done that?
No, I haven't. There's a few of us in the writer's room who have this particular water bottle, the Owala, in different colors. None of us have the same color. But it was so funny because on Halloween, we have 2 assistants who came dressed as our 2 showrunners. And so one of them was dressed as Kendall, who is my friend, and she had the water bottle. She also had a Diet Coke, which Kendall always has, and she made a homemade Taylor Swift shirt because Kendall loves Taylor Swift.
Oh my god!
And then it was incredible. It was such a good costume that everyone just laughed and laughed about.
Laughed and laughed. One time I tried to be a costume of a woman that we went to college together. And I was like, I'm gonna be her. She always wore heels. Mm-hmm. She always wore like dresses. She was always dressed up. And so I was like, I'm gonna be her for Halloween. And she had red hair. Oh. But the only red wig I could find had horns on it. And I was like, I am you, but I'm like the devil version. Devil version of
Did she take it?
I don't want to. She took it okay. Yeah.
Okay. You have to.
I never. Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
Yeah, you never want for our assistants who did it. It was just so funny, and it wasn't making fun of them in any way. It was just these are the things that we associate with you. One of them is your water bottle.
I wonder what I would do if I were to dress up as my boss. I think I would have to have a Diet Coke as well. She loves Diet Coke. And it's so funny. Almost every birthday, I have bought her something Diet Coke related. Oh, wow. She loves it.
That just reminds me of our conversation we had about Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper. And
which was fantastic.
I feel like none of my friends have commented on it, so
they must have not heard the episode because it was hilarious. Did you guys
listen? You should put that clip. Put that clip on social media.
Okay.
Did we? Oh, we didn't put that one on.
I
don't think we did.
Honestly,
I don't think we did. I think you just did the one. You just did the one that was me shitting on the movie, which, boy, do we have some news for y'all.
Do we know how to pick up? Scenes on Screen this week, y'all. We watched a movie that wasn't necessarily recommended to us. The question was asked.
I got a question.
Are you all going to do it? What's the question? Yes. The question officially.
I got a text from a longtime listener and friend, Ellen, from...
First-time caller.
Ellen from Nashville. She said, are y'all going to do EXmas on the pod? And I said, I don't know what that is. And she said, new Christmas rom-com on Freevee. And I was like, huh, okay. So I told Jenny when we were trying to pick a movie, we always want to do a holiday thing when we're in this season of holiday movies. And so We watched EXmas on Freebie.
We watched it. And then I asked, wait, where's that? Because I was not familiar. I've heard of it, but I didn't know where it was. And I looked it up, and it's through Amazon. So I was able to sign up. And,
it's Amazon's ad-supported streaming channel or streaming platform.
And the streams weren't, the commercial break wasn't that bad. Like,
No,
they had, like 2 at the beginning and then, like, 1 in the middle. And it wasn't bad. But, y'all, I didn't watch the trailer. So you watched the trailer. What did you think?
Well, so funnily enough, I over the weekend I watched Home Alone for my friend's podcast, which I recorded on Saturday, and so I was watching that, and then shortly after that, I was telling Richard, so he watched Home Alone with me, and it was fun, it was delightful, whatever, and I was like, oh, well, I have to watch another Christmas movie. I don't think you're gonna like it, but maybe if you seem interested. So we pulled up the trailer, and the trailer was, how you say, garbage. And I was like, well, it's...
C'est incompetente.
Wow. A little Home Alone callback?
Yeah. You're welcome.
Wow. And it's very rare, for the most part, that a trailer is worse than the movie. Like, usually the trailer is the best. Like, they try to make it good, you know? Like, that's the whole point of a trailer. But am I wrong? Like,
you're not. Like, the trailer is going to pull you in. Right. The trailer is supposed to be like, we in this now. But see, I didn't watch the trailer. We are living in a very ADHD world. I got my cell phone. I got the computer. I have too many things distracting me. So I was like, Jenny, you gotta focus on this movie. But I couldn't get past how dumb the concept was, because in what world would this happen? So y'all,
I just want to say, because I believe it was your friend Christina. Was it Christina?
Yes,
who said that we don't like any movies. And then last episode with Pumpkin Pie Wars, which I did not like, and you loved. You were like, you don't like any movies. And I was like, and in my head, I was like, we should watch a movie that I like. But then we chose EXmas, and I had a feeling I wasn't going to like it. But I am slightly vindicated in that you also don't like it. So
I do not like this movie. It is like, there was nothing about this movie I didn't like.
Literally
I didn't like the entry.
Nothing.
I didn't like the starting point. I was like, what is happening? So we'll talk about it, y'all. But in essence, the premise, if you watch the trailer, is to say that a couple was a couple. They break up. The man in the couple is not going to go home for Christmas, but then surprises his family to find his ex celebrating Christmas with his family. It was terrible. I actually had to restart it 2 times because I was missing. I was like, when did this happen?
You weren't missing anything.
He said he wasn't going to go. And then she is looking longingly at a picture that he's in. And she just puts an X on his face. And I was like, but why put the picture up anyway?
Exactly. His family sent her a holiday card with the entire family, and she puts it on her freaking fridge and then just crosses him out. So we are to believe... I don't even... So the thing is that we get some like flashbacks of them as a couple, but they're not, none of them are important. It just shows you that at a time they were happy and they were engaged. That's really all we get. And then the reason, like, true story, I'm not even trying to make a joke. Did you understand why they broke up?
No, I mean, I think I again had to rewatch it a couple of times. Then I also was like, wait, is it because he works too much? Like, I feel like that's what it was.
That's kind of what they were trying to imply with the dad.
Yes. And then I was like, okay, but if you break up, then why stay friends with his family? Like, you broke it up.
Wait, but then they kind of tried to imply that that she broke up with him because he wouldn't get her a truck for her for her sugar cookie baking business. She wants to, in Los Angeles, she wants to drive a truck, not a food truck, like a little, just a rinky-dink cart around the city of Los Angeles selling sugar cookies.
and she was upset because he didn't have time to fix it. First of all, when did they establish she was a mechanic?
Right.
That was also
I
weird too.
was so confused.
They were like, the car guy never came through.
Right.
And then the mom was like, the car guy here is my son. But here's the part I really didn't like. Because not only does the ex show up to his family's house, but then in his mind, he's going to compete with the ex
I forgot.
so that she will get disinvited from Christmas. But like, it was so... First of all, their fights were so dumb, and second of all, the one in the bathroom where she purposely floods their home.
Okay, so as Jenny said, the male lead, his name is Graham. He decides that in order to make sure that Allie, his ex, is never invited again, he wants to show his family that Allie is a bad person. Now, what we learn, I think, in the course of the film is that Allie is a bad person. She is not a good person because... So they start this little, like, kind of prank war. And now, first of all, the actual premise of this prank is insane because in their bathroom, there is a sign that says, hold the lever down for at least 5 seconds, otherwise it'll flood. What the fuck kind of toilet is that you, instead of getting it fixed, have lovingly made a sign to keep in your bathroom? Fine.
To be fair.
Sure.
I don't condone such behavior, but I may have had my own little fix it. It's fixable. This is giving very New Girl when Nick was the plumber.
Yes.
We fix it so it works. So I get it, but
look,
it wasn't a good fix.
I'm not saying my own family, they wouldn't even put a sign up. They would just be like, oh yeah, that's a tricky toilet. And then they might tell you about it and they might not.
They might.
True story, last time I went home, I think it was when I went to see Beyonce in July, I took a shower and it was ice cold water. And I was like, what is happening? And now, granted, the reason I didn't immediately jump out of the shower is because the night before, the night I got in, they were having some issues with the water heater. And so I was like, oh, something happened. So I get out of this freezing cold shower and I tell my brother, and he's like, oh, well, yeah, someone came to do some work in the bathroom and they swapped the hot and cold. That nobody told you? I was like, what?
Why would they do that?
Why would anyone do that? And
why wouldn't you tell anybody?
Why wouldn't you get it fixed? But anyway, so all of this is...
This part, yes, they shouldn't have had just a sign. But the thing is that she hides the sign.
Yes.
He floods the toilet. She goes back in, puts the sign up, and then says that she's saving the day with the plunger. I hated that scene so much.
I hated it because it... First of all, why is your plunger not closer to the bathroom?
Well, she took it.
Oh, she took the plunger too.
She took the plunger too.
Okay, so that already. Secondly, if you, as a person who is trying to do, Jenny just took like a really loud sip of her water.
I'm so
that was
sorry.
Oh my god,
it does have ice in it. I should have been more.
It's fine. I do. I'm normally the one with my big water ice thing, but now it's you. So, if your prank to your ex is only achievable by flooding someone's home, the people who have allowed you to be a guest in their home, you are not a good person. I'm sorry.
You are not good. And it flooded, y'all. This was not like it's bubbling up. It flooded. They were all freaking out. I will say, shout out to the brother, Elliot. Loved him. I thought he was the funniest character. He actually had jokes, but other than that, this movie was terrible. In that part where they're trying to clean the bathroom, they're like, grab anything you can find. I'm like, I feel like, though, if you know that this is a possibility, wouldn't you also, too, have the appropriate things to kind of respond to it? I know this was not the whole movie, but this annoyed me so much that I did check out. Then I also was shocked when all of a sudden, I felt as if from nowhere, and I don't know if it was established again or earlier, but all of a sudden she doesn't have a mom. Like her mom passed away. And that wasn't established, more that she was kind of invited to Christmas with her dad and his girlfriend, but she never mentioned the mom until later. And I was like, are we supposed to feel sorry for her? Like, shouldn't he already know that she's gone? It was so weird. I couldn't imagine them as a couple. I was not rooting for them as we would root for someone to get back together. They shouldn't be together.
Or maybe they should because they're both bad people. And
maybe,
why would you... you're right. The bathroom scene was like, I was not checked into this movie, but that scene, I was like, oh hell, there's absolutely nothing this movie and specifically this character can do to make me like them. Like, I don't understand that. And then there was a whole thing with the goat. Also, this movie relies a lot on comedy coming from people being unaware of things that are happening near them. For instance, at one point, Graham, they're at a fucking event, a Christmas event at the dealership that Graham's dad runs, I guess. And for some reason, there's a goat, Christmas goat. And this is where we learn that Allie is scared of goats. And so Graham decides to mess with her by getting a bunch of goat food or goat pellets or whatever, putting them in his hand. And then he just eases up next to her, fully puts a handful of goat food in her jacket pocket, and she doesn't even notice. How?
I thought it was like her pants pocket. I thought it was worse. I don't even think it was the...
Oh, it might have been.
Yeah. It was the pants pocket.
It made
and I remember looking, I was like, how did that...
I missed it. So I was just at the part where she had... Like, I knew he had the food, and then I saw her getting the food out of her pocket, and I was like, how did that get in there without her noticing? So I literally went back to watch, and I was like, she didn't even... Like, if someone,
it was a tight pocket,
is putting anything in your pocket, certainly if it's the ex who you claim to hate, who is standing so close to you, there's a certain level of closeness you need to achieve to put something in someone else's pocket. It was...
Right. And like, when I tell you y'all, this... Y'all need to understand, this was like that little small pocket that's in your jeans, that it is tight to the body.
How does that pocket fit with fucking goat pellets?
Like when they started talking to other people, so then there's a scene where they're in a bar and she meets a guy that works at the car dealership, and he meets a woman who's known him for years. I guess they went to high school.
I don't know where she got. Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, she knew him like that. So that woman is really trying to get with Graham, and Graham is just kind of like pushing her away, but still using her to make Allie jealous. But then Allie's using the other guy to make him jealous. It was not giving jealousy.
Not
it was
at
giving
all.
Crazy. And then the guy shows up at their house.
Oh my god.
And it was this movie, it angered me because I don't get it. I don't get how movies like this can be made and then like shows like One Day at a Time gets canceled. Or
whoa, how could you bring that up? Oh my god.
I mean, I'm just gonna bring it up because it's real. Like, why do we have to suffer? I want to be clear that I understand that the work of the actors and the producers and the writers, they all have something, and it's creative art. No. But like, this movie did not make me happy. No. And for the people who liked it, good luck to y'all. But this is what happened. I'm gonna finish it with the part that I hated. Okay. So whatever, watch it or not, but I'm gonna ruin it. So get over it. They end up back together.
Oh my god!
In this stupid declaration of love, and then she's like, I forgot my keys. Just playing stupid. After he quits his job too, so now they're broke because she doesn't have a job either, and they both live in LA. I don't know how they're gonna make it.
She has some sort of job running a restaurant on the West Side or something. We'll come back to their Los Angeles life. It's fine.
It's crazy. So then they end up back together, and then they jump a couple of years.
Yeah, 2 years later.
And in the jump, because they jump 1 year, and then you see the truck. He finally gets her the truck. Then they jump another year, and they have a baby. And then his sister opens the door to find her ex from 2 years earlier invited to Christmas. And he's like, that's what you get. First of all, she was no longer, this was not the same situation.
Right.
And he just did it to hurt the sister. And on top of that, the sister was with a whole new partner.
Yes.
So, like, how are you going to invite an ex while your sister's with a partner? Like, nobody should invite exes. But on top of that, not in this way.
I think they were trying to get a lot of humor from, like, the pranks and stuff. But the pranks were not funny. They were just mean. And if something is mean, it has to be then incredibly funny. And it is very rare that someone achieves that. So why not just let it be funny and not mean? Because the mean is what takes away from the funny. It's like, what the fuck is the point of that? Why would the ex show up anyway? It's been years. Like, none of this makes sense.
Right. Because the first one, they had been broken up for 6 months. But the sister's ex, they've been broken up for 2 years at this point.
Right. And the whole point of the literal movie is that the ex, Allie, is in touch with his family. They're friends. She's friends with his sister. They play Wordle. They do blah, blah, blah. Like, we're not even getting into everything in this movie. I just want to...
No, I forgot most of it.
No, that's why I want to, name just see if I could rapid fire name the things that I remember from this movie. This movie was not long. And somehow, it was like every scene was like a new story, like a new movie. They break up. We're not even touching on the fact that it's Christmas. He gets a deadline from his boss. It's due on Christmas Day. Okay, great. His bags get lost at the airport, so he's got no luggage. That's one thing. So the ex is there, sure. They put the ex up in his bedroom, so he has to sleep on the couch. Okay, fine. Someone keeps stealing the baby Jesus from the manger outside. That's a whole thing that they then have to go procure another situation, another small animal or something, because there's no more baby Jesuses, so they have to get a stuffed animal to put there. It keeps getting stolen. That's one thing. They make Christmas dinner, and somehow the two people that they're slightly flirting with have no plans on Christmas, so they come to Christmas dinner. Great. Graham decides he's gonna cook something so he could be in the kitchen with Allie, and he wants to sabotage her thing, but he's like, I'm gonna make something that's way better than your thing. I don't know what he does to the batter, but somehow the cookies come out terrible, so
she uses THC.
No, I'm not there.
Oh, he takes the butter. Yeah, he just took the butter.
But she made the cookie. This I didn't understand. I went back and I kept looking away. I was like, whatever. She's making cookies. She makes cookies for a living. This is her dream. Her first batch of cookies, she gets out of the oven and takes a bite and spits it out. And I'm like, well, what went wrong? So I was reading something, I think a review. Someone was like, he must have slipped something into her batter, but I didn't see that. I don't remember that. So she's like, okay, I have to make cookies again. Well, he used all the butter. Okay, so she goes to the fridge in the garage, gets a thing of butter. Turns out it's THC butter because the dad uses marijuana for his back. And so she gets everyone high on Christmas or Christmas Eve. Great. That's one thing. The dude that's courting her, who works at the car dealership, takes her to the dealership, tries to sell her a car. They have absolutely zero interest in each other, but somehow the movie wants us to believe that there's a viable option there, even though everyone in the movie knows that this isn't going to work out. The girl that Graham is flirting with decides that she wants to bring him in to a threesome with her roommate / sometimes partner. That's so a thing that happens. I am still going.
Random.
His sister, Mindy, is a lesbian who, for part of the movie, is hiding the fact that she broke up with her partner, Heather. So she's lying to her parents saying, oh, Heather couldn't come, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. She's busy.
She's doing that. And then Graham sees Mindy kissing someone at the bar, and he's like, you're cheating, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, we broke up. It's a whole thing. Graham's dad has a heart attack while they're playing Christmas Day.
Yes! Hold on. Let's stop there. Oh, God. Y'all, how did I forget? First of all, okay, this part, out of fucking nowhere. This man, they're playing this game.
Hockey.
I guess it was hockey. A punk, like a push or something.
I don't know.
All of a sudden, they're like, Dad, what's happening? He's face on the ground. Mm-hmm. Everybody's freaking out. The music is swelling. This shit is getting intense. He's not moving. Graham is doing CPR. He's going in. I'm looking like, what the? They did not just family stone me in this motherfucking movie. Not you being bad, and then you're going to put a tragedy in it.
I know. I
was freaking out. And then the motherfucker went on a commercial break.
Yeah, that was it was, as we call it, that was schmuck bait, and it was very upsetting because because the movie was so bad leading up to it, I would not have been surprised if they did kill the dad in that moment. I was about to be really upset because I was like, are you serious? Because fucking Graham is
I would have respected it.
Graham is doing CPR for so long, and we've watched Grey's Anatomy, we watched ER, right. We know when they're doing those compressions for so long, they're done. They're done. So
they're done. The music swelled. Yeah. I was like, I said,
swear to God,
if they kill this man, respect to this movie, because that's not what I was expecting. But if they kill this man, fuck you, movie maker, because how dare you? How dare? And then, y'all, then, next scene, Graham, for all your work on CPR, you're the one who kept him alive. Next scene, he's running around the house. None of this would happen. None of it. None of it. Are you kidding me?
He's got
a
pills.
heart attack survivor, and you're running the next day to go get Allie's busted ass. Also, we didn't even talk about the fishing hole where they were fighting over the heater. And then he lets it go in the water so they don't have any heat or fish for the Feast of Seven Fishes. Also, what's their culture? Because they went through all of them.
Yes, their culture is first. They're in Minnesota,
Catholic.
I think, Minnesota. But then she really loves the baby Jesus, and I think they go to a Catholic church.
I think they go to a Catholic church. Yeah.
But this kind of came up at the beginning of our episode. They imply that the mom is like, maybe doesn't believe in like evolution. Like they make a joke. No. They make a joke about that. And then the dad says at one point when they're at the fishing thing, he's like, yeah, we all have like things that are questionable to us or something. I don't know how he phrases it. And then just fully deadpan, he goes, I'm not sure that I'm not convinced that COVID is real. And I was like,
right.
What?
Right.
What?
Right. I was like, what? Where is this movie going? Then there was another thing they said, and I was like, wait a minute, who wrote this movie? What's this? It was something along the lines of Catholicism and like beliefs, but the way that they said it, I was like, this is giving real churchy right now.
The mom is churchy, but she has a gay daughter who she's more than fine with. She loves her kid.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I like that. That's cool, I guess. But also, maybe COVID deniers, maybe
I don't know,
not believing in evolution.
I think maybe he said something about the flat earth. I don't know. It was something, and I was just like, this is giving different.
It was,
but it still didn't save the movie. I feel like it was also supposed to be like those like funny parts, but I didn't think it was funny.
I was not tee-heeing.
X on EXmas. Well, what did you find on Al Gore's internet?
Do we want some Christmas Am I the Assholes?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God, this one people be writing so much.
Oh no.
Okay, this one's a little bit shorter. Am I the asshole for not allowing my mother-in-law to be a part of our Christmas this year? Escándalo. I, 35 female, and my husband, 35 male, have 2 little boys, and our oldest is just now getting into Santa and the magic of Christmas, which is also my favorite time of year. Last year, we had a newborn and a 1-year-old, and I felt bad that my mother-in-law, 70 female, was alone. Divorced, grown kids were the only ones in town, and I invited her to come over for Christmas Eve and stay the night to experience the magic with our kids. Little did I know that this gesture would turn into her taking over, making cookies with our oldest, inserting herself to watch movies with him, and play games without me and my husband. While it was sweet, the worst part was that she decided she was Santa, without mentioning it to us until the kids went to bed, and put out all these toys for both of them, and was shocked when I said, well, we have gifts from Santa too we want to put out. Essentially, she took over the role of parent, and it crushed me. Yes, my kids were too little to understand, but she made sure she was in every video and photo helping them with every present. Her behavior was over the top and made me feel like she was trying to be the mother. She has done this in other areas of our lives, but we have let it go because she is alone and we want her to have a relationship with our kids because my husband and I never knew our grandparents. This year, oh my God, I'm regretting this. This is longer than I thought. This year, we are celebrating Christmas at her house. Literally all day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. will be spent at her house. So I said this year will be just the 4 of us at our house alone on Christmas Eve and Christmas morning, and then we'll go to hers. She was livid and proceeded to say in front of our kids that she will go tell Santa that he can go to her house too. I said, no, Santa only comes here because this is where the kids live, and she stormed off. I tried to clarify with her that she is welcome to give the kids what she wants, but they are gifts from Grandma, not Santa. While my husband backed me in the moment, it didn't feel like enough. He just repeated what I said and made it seem like it was my choice, which is fine, and I can hold the line, but it was frustrating. When I spoke to him about it, he defended her, saying she just wants to be with family, enjoying the magic of Santa. which I said I wanted her to be a part of, but she's taking over my role as a mother and my magic. She already did this with her 3 kids. I'm the mom. It's my turn. I stood my ground and said, we will be with her all day. I'm just asking for us to spend the night together as our family of 4 and an hour or 2 in the morning to do Santa together. He then threw out, why was I making it such a big deal? Because he hates the idea of doing Santa and lying to the kids. Am I the asshole for not letting my mother-in-law join us for our Christmas/Santa? Hold on. Edit. Thank you for your comments. This is my first post, so I didn't want it to be too long. There seems to be some questions on her involvement last year, and I may have downplayed it by saying she took over. She literally took over. Well, yes, we wanted family around and for all to enjoy the holidays. She was overbearing and overwhelming. She kicked us out of the kitchen, saying it was her tradition to make cookies, but my husband never did cookies with her. She fought with my husband over the movie to watch because she didn't want to watch a kid movie while my son wanted to watch an animated one. So she sat him on her lap and proceeded to talk to him about watching her movie. And then she ridiculed us on letting him eat cookies with her, that it was too much sugar. Christmas morning, she actually pouted and got mad at my 2-year-old for not playing with the toys she got him as Santa and almost told him she was Santa. To top it off, she then lectured me on having my boys too close in age because she did the same thing and I was going to be miserable. These are half the stories that happened. It was not enjoyable or a happy little celebration. It was miserable. I'm not trying to take any magic away from her. Just wanting to do our own time together, not have her in every little thing. Honestly, I don't care if Santa goes to her house, but because her reactions are that she is Santa and not us, trying to step in because my husband isn't so keen on it, that's where I want to draw the line. She's one, if you give her an inch, she will take a mile. Oh my God.
I just feel like
it's a lot.
It is a lot. It's, okay, not to bring them up, but it's giving very much Kourtney Kardashian because she's made it very clear that she wants to do Christmas at her house, but all the other family members want to do Christmas morning at their house. So it's been like a big thing. So I feel like some people are really, really, really into tradition. And if that's the situation that you want, to your life. But I think that all of you sound crazy because I think the husband's right here. Like, Santa's not real. So,
right?
Sorry to ruin it
I'll
for
be
folks.
damned.
But
sorry. Santa, please, calm down.
Right. Like, I do think that you should have things to say. This is from mommy and daddy. This is from grandma. Because a lot of people don't celebrate Christmas. And a lot of people don't celebrate it being Santa doing all the work. So I think that if you want peace in your family, you said what you said. And then grandma will have Santa stop by with more presents. Ultimately, they're not going to remember. So just do whatever you can. Make it work.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I do think that the boundaries are important, whether or not it's this particular tradition, like this person says, like if it sounds like she's the kind of person who will take and take and take, so it is important to set the boundaries, but the whole Santa of it all just kind of honestly makes me think of like, if I were to have a kid, would I teach them about Santa? Like, I get it. It's such a, like, it's part of the culture and you want kids to feel like they are doing the sort of same things as their friends, but I always remember this is kind of sad actually, but I always remember a long time ago I was talking to my dad about Santa and like, oh, when did you stop believing in Santa and whatever, and he was like, I didn't believe in Santa at a pretty early age because it just seemed very convenient that Santa only went to the rich kids' houses, and I was like,
Funnily enough, the day I stopped believing was when I was sleeping over your house. Yeah, because I was like, oh my God, we got to go to sleep. And we were watching, like, you're not going to remember this, but I remember. We were watching BCC, and it was like a silly British show that was on or whatever.
I was like, what's BCC?
Yeah, BBC.
We were hold on a second. That's even weirder. We were watching a British show as children.
Yeah, it was just watching. It was there, and I was like, I guess we're gonna watch it to go to sleep. And then we went to sleep, and I remember like, okay, we're gonna go to sleep. Santa's gonna come. I really hope he knows that I'm here because I didn't really like talk to him about it. So I was like, it's gonna be okay. So then I had gotten up. Remember, I think that's when my getting up in the middle of the night started to use the restroom.
Oh.
And I was like, but everything looks the same. If Santa's, I mean, I think I heard that Santa could be fake, but he's not here. Like, does he not come to Queens? Like, that's literally what I thought. I was like, does he not come to Queens? And that's when it was, third grade.
But hold on a second.
Then I had to be quiet because I was like, well, Julie probably believes it, so I gotta not.
Did you not? So in your mind, in your third grade mind, when you got up to go pee, you had Santa on a schedule, and you were like, honey, he's not here by 3 a.m., he's fake. That seems crazy to me. Like, he's got a lot of houses to go to.
Oh, yeah, but we're on the East Coast. Why would he start in Queens? Like, I just was like, it's 3 a.m. There's no way he's going to make a stop at 4. Like, he's done. He's like, he has to go to the West Coast. I remember I was like, that's it. He's done. He's not coming back. Because to me, it was like, it was midnight that he came. And it was past midnight and everything looked the same. And I was like,
Santa is not making his deliverables. What is happening?
Baby,
we got you on a schedule.
Done. And so then I was like, okay, but like I can't tell Julie because like Julie probably still believes it. I don't want to ruin it for her. I stayed quiet. As I looked the next morning, I still remember I was like,
but I mean, when you got up the next morning, was there stuff? Was Santa there? Had Santa been there?
I don't believe Santa had been there. Maria and Jose had been there. Well, and that's what I do know. The gift that I received was from Maria and Jose. And I was like, guess Santa didn't come.
Well, they would always
proved
say,
it.
My parents would always, or my mom really, would always tell like cousins and stuff who came over for Christmas. She'd be like, Santa dropped this off here for you. Which, as an adult, I'm like, hell no, that's for me. I paid for that. Santa don't have a job. Absolutely
Santa
not.
out here.
No.
And the time I did believe in Santa, I don't even know why I'm telling these stories about youth. But when I was 5, I had gotten a phone, like a little beep 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 one, but it came in a plastic bag with batteries. And I was like, I thought it weird, but I was like, you know what? I like that Santa can just go to a store. That's literally what I thought. I was like, Santa out here.
He's a man of the people. He
got me batteries, just like us.
Wait, you had like crazy standards for Santa. That's wild.
My thing is like,
you were really thinking
Santa
about
not
it.
care?
Like, you were like,
I really was. This is what my love for rom-coms existed. I have high standards.
Santa. Well, if I do ever teach my children about Santa, I feel like I would only have them get like one tiny gift from Santa, and everything else they need to know is from it's from actual.
It should be like when you go to an event and they have like a favor and everybody has the same favor. It should be that.
Yeah,
like it's a Santa favor, nothing crazy.
Wouldn't that be so lovely if like everyone did that?
Like the Santa favor, everybody gets one, and whatever it looks like. I don't know.
Aww.
Then you know, because you don't have any expectations. Where he's like, tell Santa your little list. No,
right?
Don't tell him
Don't
nothing.
tell him the list. Fuck that. Because then it's a whole thing, and then you're like, oh, and then it's tied into like being good and bad, which is like very terrible. I did see a meme though. Speaking of the internet. It was like, when you wake up on Christmas morning, surprised to find coal in your stocking, but then remember all the submarine jokes you laughed at. Sorry, submersible.
Submersible. Oh, Lord. That was just in June, y'all. That's wild. That's wild. My parents were going off about, Three Kings Day.
Uh-huh.
And my dad saying that they never celebrated Three Kings Day because they never made it to the barrio for them to get gifts. I'm like, y'all's trauma is real, but let me tell you, I don't remember getting no Three Kings gifts. Never.
I just remember Kings shit. No.
People would say that just when they wouldn't give you a Christmas gift. Ay, te lo doy para.
I never. We never did that. I had some Cuban friends who would like, oh, we put the shoes out. I'm like, shoes? What are you talking about? They put presents in your shoes?
I don't know nothing about no shoes. I don't know that much about shoes. But I do know that Christmas should not have to be forced to believe certain things. Like, let it be what you want it to be.
I think a lot of people do that. I mean, I think Christmas is very, certainly, especially for us, like, being in the South as long as we were / still are. Like, I feel like down there Christmas is more actually religious, whereas I do think in like a lot of like non-Bible Belt parts of the country, I know a lot of people who love Christmas and absolutely are not religious at all. They're like, Christmas is just a winter holiday for me. It's not anything else. So I don't know. Whatever. Humans are so dumb. We're so dumb with our little rituals and our little
really
things
are.
and our little Jeff Bezos.
And then like a lot of people, I think, oh God, please. I have been so like in this war online too, because my one friend, he was posting in November that nobody should have their Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving. And as you know, I'm a year-rounder.
Right.
Since 2021.
Yeah.
I feel like now I have to go to 2026 just to say I did it for 5 years. But
wow.
But yeah, I just find it fascinating how people get so upset about it. I'm like, but why does it matter? Like,
yeah, why does it?
I don't understand.
Did you change your ornaments? We've had this conversation before.
I don't.
You don't. I think
no,
you should.
I just literally, look, it's right here.
I think you should.
There she go.
Oh, she's pretty. Yeah, we have had this discussion before. I think you should do like seasonal displays. Also, fun fact about us. So, at our last episode, I told you that I'd been listening to our old episodes, and I still have been. I've slowed down a little bit, but I listened to some holiday episodes from literally when we first started the podcast. So, I think the last one I listened to was our New Year's, the movie New Year's Eve, which we watched in 2021, like January 2021. And at that time, like around that season, you were saying you hadn't yet started keeping your tree up. And you were saying, I have to keep it up. I'm probably going to keep it up to at least mid-January. And then I was like, you should keep it up longer. And then the other thing that you said multiple times, and I'm bringing it up here.
Oh, God. No!
You said, this is going to be the year that I get a cleaning person for my home.
You did. I did say, and I have never had. Not.
You do be saying it. And you also said you wanted to write a children's book.
That I still want to do. My friend did.
I'm the ghost of holiday episodes past. I'm here reminding you of shit. See, the thing about me is that I keep my goals low for myself because I knew. I even said, I was like, you know what? I'm not putting these kinds of expectations on the year because, girl, we were in peak dumpster fire. We literally had an episode. Oh my God, the day before the Georgia runoff election.
Oh God, we're just crying.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. You know what? It's fun to listen to those episodes. They're very unhinged. Not that the new ones are.
Right. Have anything that we've ever done been hinged? I don't get it. I just feel like
anyway,
we are unhinged people. But you know, this year, this next year.
Yeah.
I will get me that cleaning person. Yep, I will. This next year.
Okay. In this episode, you had said that your mom had offered, but she wanted you to be there.
Yes.
Well,
which I'm like, sure, come. But not only does she want me to be here, not only that, because I feel like the process is you're supposed to be here for anybody.
Yeah, I guess.
But she wants me to do it with her. I was like, that's not what I want.
Oh.
I want it to get done. I want you. Literally, y'all, I'm living in my, I guess, official ADHD mind. If I see it, I care about it. If I don't see it, it is what it is. Just throw it away from me. And then my friend Alexis is like, I don't get it. Just clean. I'm like, Alexis.
Okay, you know what, Alexis? Absolutely calm down.
Okay. Alexis is just like, you should just clean. And that's it. Because she keeps her own Tati. And I was like, Alexis, I can't even, when I am clean, when it's cleaned up and everything is nice, I do one thing. And I turn around, I'm like, God, what happened? The blankets all astray. The pillows are not in order. There's like 3 cups because apparently I need to drink from a new beverage cup every time I get a beverage. I don't know what to do except do my best.
And that's all you can do, you know? Do I have a constant anxiety when I am outside my home? Sharing this is tough. I think I've shared it before, but I'll say it again. When I'm outside my home, and we have those moments where we think about our own mortality, and I'm like, what if I died right now? And then I think, God damn it, people are gonna see how messy I am, and I apologize in advance to whoever's gonna have to deal with it. Right. It gives me anxiety actively as an alive person. But I can't. What can I do? What control do I have? I simply can't.
None control. The only thing, we're either going to be known as hoarders.
Yeah.
Or not hoarders. So that's really what it is. So either throw everything out, keep it clean, or just.
I'm in an in-between. But yeah,
isn't that crazy that there's anxiety of what people will say after you're gone? Like, you're not going to
Yes, know. Jenny. Trust and believe. I know. I have to remind. I'm like, it doesn't matter. But in my head, it's okay. You know what? It's called anxiety, and it's a whole thing. What has brought you joy, or what are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to all the presents I finally get to open, because some presents are arriving and I'm being very good and not opening them, but I really want to. And I just love presents. Oh, I'm such a little kid. Maybe because I was scarred because Santa never came to Queens. But
I'm gonna write a Christmas movie. Santa comes to Queens, or Santa comes to the barrio. Please give our children a different future.
Oh man, but yeah, I am looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting gifts for people. I find it fascinating because I did get 2 gifts very early, like before December. So I was like, wow, check y'all out, doing some great shopping.
The deals.
I'm terrible at it.
The deals are dealing.
It's the deals.
I bought you some stuff. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is nice. I wish that other people had lists.
All right, I do have a list, y'all. I know. Never leave without a list. You know what I mean? And I sent it to my little cousins, so I'll see what they actually do. I'll put some stuff for like $5 on there. Aww, they were like, send me your list. I'm like, you're 14, but
wow.
Okay. And then it was so funny too. It also brought me joy. I went to Main Event with my goddaughter for her birthday this weekend. I had a blast. We did laser tag. We did all the little games. There was even axe throwing, which I had done axe throwing before, and I hated it. But this, I actually liked it. It was not heavy, and you do it after 5 seconds and you're done. It was so much fun, and it was really funny because the 23-year-old was with me, our 23-year-old cousin, and I bought the game card, and she's like, I'm going to send you $14 for it. I looked at her like, girl, first of all, you're not. Second of all, it's cute that you guys want to act like you're going to pay me back, Aww. Which this has never been the case for these kids. But it was such a great time. I would have spent $50 had I known, if we would have gotten there a little earlier. But it was so much fun. And I'm like, damn, I need to just go to Main Event.
I've never heard of it until you mentioned it to me. I didn't know it was a thing. So you said it's like a Dave & Buster's?
Like a Dave & Buster's, but this one has laser tag and bowling. Because I think Dave & Buster's doesn't have laser tags. And it's a little bit like less chaotic, but it's still pretty chaotic.
Really? Oh. It's like how because
all the kids going in. Oh. But yeah, there's a lot of them in Atlanta, and I guess they're just popping up places, but super cute. They're usually close to a Topgolf. Oh. So it's possible that they may be like sister companies, but I'm not too sure. So it was really fun. And yeah, I just love that the kids are always like, I got you, Jenny. Like, y'all don't need to have me. Aww. I'm just happy to spend time with y'all. So they won't listen to this podcast, so it's okay. They'll never get this message. Go. What about you? What are you looking forward to, or brought you joy, or both?
Oh, well, I can't wait to open the presents that I got for myself. And I can't wait for like Richard to open the presents I got for him. It's so funny. I've like in my shopping spree, I've ordered a lot of stuff for him. His birthday was last month, just like 2 weeks ago. And then Christmas
Oh yeah,
is
but you're
coming up.
postponing it to January.
Well, but we still did, like, I still gave him presents and stuff. But some of the things I bought, I'm like, well, this will be for his birthday. Or, oh, this will be for Christmas. I'll put this in his stocking. And I'm like, I just be buying stuff. I haven't looked at his list at all. And I was like, is that okay? He's like, I don't mind if you get me stuff that's not on my list. The list is for the people who don't know what you need. Like, we live together. I think you got a handle on it. I was like, you're right. Oh, I also, this isn't a spoiler because I already gave them to him. I just spent so much money on dumb shit. I finally decided, after years of looking at this, I got personalized socks with the dog's face on them.
Oh my God, perfect.
And, you know, I got them for him, but I was like, I can't just get him a pair. Obviously, I had to get myself a pair. This is what happens when I buy gifts for him and for you. A lot of times, it's things that I like too, and I end up buying myself a thing. And so it's like, you know, you get a thing, I get a thing. It's kind of like a BOGO, except there's no sale. There's absolutely no sale.
It's just double.
It's just double. So, yeah, that'll be fun. I'm also, this weekend, a friend of mine who used to live in LA, I went to grad school with her, and she lived in LA for years, but over the pandemic, she left. She is coming to visit, and it'll be fun to see her for the first time in a bit.
That's
and,
great.
yeah, that'll be nice. Oh, also, what brought me joy... several things, but specifically this past Friday night, I went and saw the Renaissance movie, a film written, directed, performed by Beyonce Knowles.
And Blue Ivy Carter.
And I got this little disco ball for me.
How cute is that?
Girl,
That
I had to fight
cute.
for this. It was a terrible theater, but it was a fun experience.
Oh man, I seen like it's definitely limited release, and it makes me sad because I didn't have limited release time this weekend.
As someone who has now seen both the Beyonce concert movie and the Taylor Swift concert movie, they're not on the same level. And I'm not saying this to be shady. You know, we've had our conversations about Taylor, whatever. It's not a shadiness. It's a fact that the Taylor Swift movie is literally just the concert, which is great. If that's what you want, like, that's fine. It's a whole performance, the whole thing. There's absolutely nothing backstage. There's no like interview about the process. There's nothing. Whereas the Beyonce one actually does take you backstage, and like with her rehearsals and her rehabbing her knee and the whole thing with Blue and getting Blue up there, like it really felt more intimate, and like we actually got something out of it outside of the truly incredible performances and the outfits. My God. It was so good. I'm so glad I went, and I am excited to hopefully see it again.
I am slightly jealous because I wanted to just order a ticket when I first saw it, that it was going to come out, but I was like, I don't know, maybe we should go with somebody. This is a problem waiting for somebody. It's never going to happen. But anyways, whatever. I'm glad you went. I'm glad you got your little swizzle, whatever it's called.
I know. I don't even know.
This was great. See you all soon.
No, I absolutely cut.
Okay.
Every time we do this fake exit, I cut it because it always sounds so fake. And I'm like, what are we? We'll just be like, anyway, so then I saw the Beyonce movie. Okay, bye. All right. Have a great... this was so lovely. Oh my God.
This was beautiful.
I am so happy I got to see you.
I am so happy. You are so beautiful.
I can't believe it. Thanks for listening to Get Funny.
We hope you laughed.
But if you didn't,
We did.
we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
We killed it.
Crushed it.